And now for our feature presentation.
This is great because on the back it actually says this film is also known as
the I'll Watch It Later podcast.
You ever heard of that film?
And now, on with the show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to I'll Watch It Later podcast, a podcast where we lie about the movies we've seen to impress our friends. Welcome to
Free Pass Week.
Dick Director. Documentary Month.
I like the Dick Director thing better.
Of course you do. As always, I'm Aaron, joined by my best friend, co-host Jordan.
Hi, everybody.
And the guy who kind of sometimes wants to produce but never does.
Yeah.
Scott.
If I forget to put something in, I'll get fucking screamed at.
Yeah. So that's right.
It was almost a two-man show this week.
Who? You and Jordan?
Me and Jordan.
Is I threatened to quit?
You almost quit for the third time.
Is it the third time?
I think it's the third
I
time.
don't know. I lost track at this point.
Many more times before the show's over. many more.
I mean, this is what August. It'll be what, year three?
Two.
So I mean,
which means you're gonna have to change it to season 3.
Yeah,
we'll change it to season 3. I'm just saying,
irrelevant.
Quitting almost 3 times in 2 years. I think that's a good record.
Yeah, it is.
I think it's pretty good.
Because I think with Brian, that guy who's dead, I think it was every week. Rest in peace, Brian.
Rest in peace, buddy.
Fucking dead. Wife
died.
Wife killed him. She is a horrible
from
monster.
the inside out.
Slowly rotting away.
I hope she's in prison for all her war crimes. Bitch.
The worst.
Show us on the bear where Brian hurt you.
Me? Nowhere.
Just rubs the bear all over.
Didn't hurt me. Hurt himself. Dude, I don't know if I've ever told. I mean, who cares? No one listens to this. But when he was dating this other girl, I pissed her off. And he made me like jump through hoops to be his friend again. Like I had to write.
Maybe you're the problem.
I don't care.
That's 2 different women.
No, he almost married that girl. And
the problem.
her name was Amanda. Amanda Rios. I'm just gonna look her up.
What's her phone number?
Amanda hug and kiss.
Amanda Rios. And he almost married her, but I guess they just didn't get along. But I knew right away she was horrible. So. Like, I would always fight with her, and then he made me like write her an apology letter.
Oh my god,
that's fantastic!
I did it too.
I'll be expecting my apology letter later on.
You don't get an apology letter. Your apology letter is
what?
You get to sit 12 rows up from us.
Hey man, I'm gonna take you to this baseball game.
No one asked you to pay for parking. I would have split it with you.
Nobody's reaching into their fucking pockets.
In theory, I would have pulled out cash had I known we were doing parking, but like literally got the hot tip earlier that you knew a spot where we were going to park and walk.
No, you can't. Down there, you park. You have to pay for everything.
My idea was to do the light rail, but with my schedule, there was no way that was going to work. So I apologize for being late.
I would have split it with you, but whatever. Anyways. Okay, so as always,
it's been a week.
It's been a week, a couple weeks. Segment 1, yeah, we had the snack show.
It was good.
It was fine.
It was fun.
Dude, did you see your brother found that stuff?
Yeah,
but it's $10 a bag, and I don't want to pay that.
Chance I'm buying.
I mean, I'll buy it.
We'll go in for like a single bag.
Didn't feel like doing it this way. I was like, God, $30 for all 3 of them. I'll tell you off air.
Well,
it's good. It's worth bringing on the show, but I'm so sick of overpaying for snacks. So, but if you didn't listen to our snack show,
how dare you?
It was pretty good. I think
it was pretty good.
Hey,
glowing endorsement.
It was okay. we introduced a new segment.
Hey, if you guys want to listen to just a pretty good, decently mediocre show, then tune into our snack shows.
Yeah, make sure you rate us. Possibly a 3, somewhere in the middle. We're not quite 5 yet.
If you give us a 3.5, we know you'll hate us.
Yeah.
That should be the running joke. Anyone that rates us a 3.5, we know you've listened.
We're no better. We're no better than what's the movie? The movie you rated 3.5. Don't just sit there in silence.
Memories of Murder.
I was gonna say, I know what it is. I just didn't know you thought it.
I couldn't think of it in this moment in time.
His movie,
right?
So, yeah,
the greatest movie ever. You can't remember the title of.
I guess we could talk about our night last night. We all went to a baseball game. We went to see the Braves lose.
Yeah,
stupid Diamondback. Relax. You're a Cubs fan.
I know.
Yeah, but the Diamondbacks are on a run.
I'm a baseball fan.
Yeah,
and
mascot was Mr.
I'm a Diamondbacks fan. If you're a Braves fan,
wow,
it was like sitting next to Tom Selleck last night. It was Mr. Baseball. It was great. It was
I just like that we were all cussing and there were so many children.
Dude, there was a whole row of like 4 kids in front of us, and after a while, I kept looking over, like thinking, "Oh shit, there's children right there."
I don't give a fuck.
We didn't stop. I just figured.
No.
But yeah, no, it was fun. Can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop.
And the fact
Spirit
that,
winning.
and the fact that the games just go so quickly now.
That was
Like,
fun.
You're not sitting
quick.
around for like 4.5 hours anymore.
I
Breaking
feel like
peanut
getting out of the
shells.
parking area and out of Phoenix actually took longer than the
Longer
baseball
than
game.
the baseball game, yeah.
Like it
Most
felt like that
definitely.
just dragged. I'm like, damn it. But everything else, yeah, seems to went by real quick. I'm not a huge baseball person anymore, but I told Aaron last night, made the joke where it's like I'm like Randall, where it's like I hate baseball, but I love gatherings. It was fun to hang out. I enjoyed myself. It was cool. Like, I mean, sitting up high was actually kind of nice. You saw everything. You got to watch the whole game.
Yeah, I liked it.
You know, it was good. It was fun. I mean, the Braves made it a kind of a game at the end, right that last inning. It was kind of neat. So
Yeah.
I had a good time.
This is now a baseball podcast.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you think Acuna's
You can't even name players on
Yeah.
the team you love.
it was Acuna Jr. That's his name.
That's the only one. And like I said, every time I looked up, he was the one batting.
What's his percentage going to be now that they lost that game? You know,
Well,
where
it's
they
not so
what
much the
place are they going to
loss, it
fall
was
into?
the,
I mean, he didn't do well, but
yeah.
they got 2 more games to pick it up.
Yeah,
So
they play tonight and
I'm just
play
kidding.
tomorrow.
Then we went to Shaq's most mediocre chicken on the planet, which is very sad.
It was
my
a
grilled
little
cheese
disappointing.
wasn't terrible.
I
Like
know.
it was actually
It
pretty
looked good.
decent.
Would you go back for the grilled cheese?
Not at that price.
Exactly.
Now, if I just happened to be there,
What was that? Almost $10 just for the
it was
sandwich.
like 10 something just for the sandwich.
What
And then
was
you
your
have to- And then you
total?
have to add the sides. It was over $20.
Yeah, mine was 23.
Mine was 21.
Which
No.
it's probably a step above fast food. But fast food, even for a meal now, you're paying like
I disagree.
almost
That
$15.
felt like that
The
felt
only
fast
rea-
food to me last
The only
night.
reason I got full is because I kept drinking my weight in pineapple cream
Dude, I
soda.
drank so much.
Like that's the only reason, because the sandwich was small. The chicken was juicy, and I had this gripe about it last night. Is like they didn't flavor the chicken. Like it was so bland, but it was juicy. And then the side sauces is what you would make the sandwich. But I want a little flavor on that
it's
chicken.
not just sandwiches. You could have got chicken tenders or
I
like
know.
poppers or whatever, and that's what I would eat if I went there again because those sauces were pretty good.
You just dip
The
it
mac
in
and
there.
cheese was pretty good. So what you could do is make yourself some kind of like Chick-fil-A concoction with the poppers and the sauces and the mac and cheese. But the price itself was not worth it to me to ever be like, hey, you know what sounds good? We should go to Shaq's Big Chicken.
Yeah.
Like, no. If I found myself in Gilbert and there was nothing, you know, I didn't want to spend $70 at Zenburger to get Wagyu beef, and I didn't, and you know, Lolo's was closed down, and my choices were
So
Shaq's
we're standing
Big-
in a long
No,
line.
it was
There's a
good.
lot right there
But
to
that's a
choose
bar.
from, though. So it's like, what makes Shaq's Big Chicken?
right.
And that's what. And
Well,
that's why I
Mario
said
Queen sucks.
in that area, it's all drunk people, man.
Yeah.
And that's the perfect drunk person. Like
That's
restaurant.
weird. I didn't see any last night.
No, like Ted Nugent screaming at the guy at the bar.
Jesus Christ. We almost saw a bar fight at an outdoor bar
I don't
in
think
the middle
they were
of downtown
fighting. I
Gilbert.
think
They were
just-
arguing over who could play what instrument.
Is
It
that
was
what
so
it was?
weird.
Yeah, it was like what instrument do you play? It was like an Aaron argument.
Oh yeah, well I can play the harmonica,
Yeah,
like, yeah,
you
but I-
can't do it.
but I have a guitar, so people
Yeah,
are
but
gonna
I have
pay
to
me
use
for
my
that.
hands, asshole. You just use your mouth.
They would call him something, and then like some life band would come down.
And your brother was with us,
Yes, my brother came along, and
but he was trying to get laid the whole time, so he
so much.
So he kept-
so much poon.
he'd get so mad. He gets
He's
so
mad at
mad.
us.
It was so
He was on
funny.
the phone. He's like, "Hey, baby girl."
Yeah.
and we're like, "Who is that?"
I thought at first he was talking to your mom.
No,
Why?
he doesn't-
I don't know.
He doesn't
He
call her
was
baby girl anymore.
Just like checking in.
"Hey, mom, I know I moved out. Just making sure I'm down the street. I'm safe. Jordan's with me.
I'm safe.
I'm okay. I'm marked safe on
You
Facebook."
see me on Life 360? I'm here. I'm at Shaq's Big Chicken.
You see my little
you marked it on Facebook at the Diamondbacks. Marked safe. He's good. Everything's fine.
he was fun to hang out with, though.
Yeah, it was fun. It was. It reminded. It just. It was a. Like I said, I don't
guys'
like baseball,
night.
but it was just a fun time. And you know, we went to a
gotta do-
candy store like adult men, and
That's right.
then we went and got
Cookie dough.
like
We held-
adult men.
We
And
held hands.
it was so fun. But yeah, I had a great time. It was
The
it
cookie
really
dough was
good.
fire.
Dude, I had the cookie butter cookie dough this morning. It was really good.
It was okay. I tried it in that spoon thing.
Really?
I didn't like it that much. That's why I got.
I was
going to
say I
flavors.
didn't get the key lime. How was that one?
No,
Okay.
that's why I got brownie
Yeah, you
batter.
immediately were like, I will not be getting one of the scoops of that.
I was a little taken back though that So when I think scoops of cookie dough, I'm thinking they're going to give you like the ice cream scoop. They pull out like the melon baller.
It was a melon baller.
And they're like, here's your scoop of cookie dough. And I'm like,
Scoop.
damn, dude.
It was only like $6 for the 4
I
scoops.
know,
so.
but like I want like in true American fashion, I want to overindulge in everything.
yeah,
He
but
wants his scoops of
I'm
cookie dough
telling
to
you
look like ice cream.
right
Yeah.
now that those 4 scoops,
Dude, it's
it's too much. Like it's a
Really?
lot. Yeah, it's too much. Just those. It's all sweet and whatever they put in, so you don't get worms from eating it. It makes you full.
I've got
I guess
worms.
you could do eggs if they're not pasteurized, from what I
Is that what
think,
it
or
is?
something like that.
Oh.
Like you can eat raw cookie dough, and that's why they could sell that stuff in the stores too. They still put eggs in it, but it's like they did something to the eggs to make it to where you don't get salmonella.
You would
So,
know.
I know. I like
Hey.
cookie dough.
If you're listening to this show and you won one of the things, I still haven't sent them out because I am a terrible person, and I just really want to reiterate
We're
that
recording this on a Saturday.
on a Sunday.
We're
Oh, this is a Saturday.
we're good
So
about
we're
recording
recording
it-
this
we're-
on a Sat-
We're good about recording the show in a timely manner. Just not getting things out to our listeners in a
It's a
timely
It's,
manner.
it's
Saturday,
more of the
June
production
3rd.
thing. We can't produce mail or
If
the
you-
show.
If
so.
you want to yell at us or yell at me personally, you can. But
I
Watch,
encourage
watch
it.
it.
on a box
Watch
or
later
whatever,
pod.
you're our bestest listener, and I promise you, I'm gonna get it out to you. It's not you, it's me.
Maybe we'll surprise you and throw in a little extra for waiting.
See,
Will
this
you
is the part
stop?
where you would
You
put
just-
in that
I
Taylor
see-
Swift
You
set.
see how I volunteered him to throw
Yeah.
extras in?
I'm not gonna do that, dude. I'm gonna send you your movie. Listen.
Put one of those Pokeballs
Listen,
in there.
guy. No, those are $100.
I wouldn't know because all I see is a box.
Anyways,
Send in the box.
I promise I'll get it out as soon as possible. Maybe Wednesday. Here's the deal. Here's how this works.
So next
we're gonna
week
get
when
into
we're
the
talking
weeds.
about my movie,
of
he's gonna be like,
of
"Look,
July.
look,
No,
I'm sorry."
we're gonna get into the weeds
Which
real
Wednesday?
fast. This one coming up. What I used to do for post office stuff is I would stop on my way to work, but I can't leave for work early anymore because I have children, and I've never brought it up.
Hold on.
Yes, never brought it up.
You
I
got
know.
kids?
Yeah, it's brand new information. So I have to watch those kids.
Last couple nights would tell us differently.
So
The
the
little
initial-
ankle biters.
Just going out with your friends all the time.
I know. Yeah, she tried to do the whole.
Movies,
She tried to do the whole.
baseball.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go this morning. Going to the movies by myself is bad. I'm like, motherfucker, I bought you that ticket. You're going. And she did. She went. She said,
What a nice thing you thought
had
of.
it.
All
oh,
by
no.
yourself.
I told her.
Oh, you told her?
Yeah.
Couldn't live with that guilt.
No, I just didn't want you
Did-
guys to tell her. So
Just taking far
I wasn't
advantage of
gonna
that
do
as
it
long as you
today.
could.
I was going to do
Yeah.
it when it came up at the most inopportune time.
you could. Well, she posted it on Facebook.
Look, I
You
would be
could've
mad
said
at you,
Something.
but you did that nice thing for me. We're like, oh yeah, my brother thought of that.
Yeah, I told her. I told her that.
Damn it!
But she said she didn't have a good time because she doesn't like going to the movies, but she liked the movie. So I was like,
Why didn't you have a good time? Like you're like
She
the
doesn't-
biggest proponent of sitting by yourself in a
she
crowded
doesn't
theater
like
watching
it. We're
movies.
very opposite. We used to be like copacetic and like lockstep on everything, and now we're like two of the most different people on the planet. It's
Yeah,
weird.
She wants to hang out. With
She's like, I
kids.
hate anime. I'm like, I love anime. She's like, I love country music. I'm like, I'm indifferent to
It's
country
like
music.
the Odd Couple.
Yeah, it's
Not don't do that. This part where he would put that in, but he's not
yeah.
gonna do it.
That's why I have to whistle it. Can you put it in the Odd Couple theme?
Not
I
writing it-
fucking
not-
forgot.
Not writing
I
anything
was
down.
too busy.
Yeah.
I was too busy playing disc golf and being bald.
What?
I don't know. That's all I got.
That's your only defining feature.
Yes. Yes.
I did have someone say the other day, they're like, hey, I'm loving the show. I've just started listening. And
Really?
Yeah, it was great. And then they're like,
Thanks-
one of the guys
thanks,
on
Mom.
here, one of the guys, yeah, thanks, Mom. One of the guys sounds like Seth Rogen. Do you know Seth Rogen? I was like, that must be Scott. And
Is
then I
it
went back and
Scott?
listened to the snack show, and I was like, oh, God, you do sound like, sometimes you
I
sound like Seth Rogen.
The laugh?
No, not so much
Jeez.
the laugh, just like the way his voice sounds and
I
it
love-
carries on the
I love to smoke weed.
See, now I'm in a weird complex. I'm not going to want to talk anymore.
Yeah, because it's either Macho Man or Seth Rogen.
Just do all the shows as Macho Man. No,
Yeah.
no, that isn't even close.
So yes, they enjoy the show. They like what they're
Whoever
hearing.
that is,
Hannah.
Hannah.
Montana.
Nope.
Nope.
We want her to keep listening.
Please knock it
Stop.
off.
Thanks, Hannah.
Yeah, she loves the snack show.
We-
So she's
of course.
She
of
actually,
course they
so
do.
so here's the thing. She started at the beginning, so she's been listening to the movie shows, but she likes the snack show. So when the new ones come out, she'll listen to the newest stuff and all the snack shows. But then she is going through the old catalog, and she's even the old shit she's enjoying.
At
So,
Makes
what
sense.
point do we abandon the movies and just do all
all
snack?
food. I couldn't do that.
I know, me neither.
I'm like, oh,
Every week.
what'd you eat all week?
Yes.
I just like the
Every now
fact
and then
that
we
if-
watch
if
a
you
movie.
actually go back and listen to us at first, we tried to be super structured,
I know.
Oh.
and now we're just like, fuck it.
I find it's more fun to just kind of like go with it and then
Well,
get to what
The
we
way
need.
I figured is we have segments like we'll talk about what we saw
Yeah.
You know, and then we go into our movie, and then we kind of just do the guy talk thing, which is what I wanted anyways. So it just isn't broken down like segment 1 here. If you listen to the show, you
Breaks
know
down a
that we're
little
going to
bit.
talk about what we watched this week. We're going to talk about this guy stuff, like hanging out, what we got going on, and then we're going to talk about the movie, and that's how we're going to
Yeah,
end
because
it.
spoiler alert, we hang out outside of
Right.
just this
Yeah,
show.
we're
Like
friends.
there
Yeah.
are things that we do.
I
Well,
get my-
concerts coming up.
I get my fucking
shenanigans will
limo
happen.
and I'm gone.
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
like,
Dude.
I can't be bothered. with
He's
these
like, I
fucking
can't be
two.
bothered to produce. I can't be bothered.
We got out of his van last night, closed the doors, 2 fingers out, deuces.
Yeah.
See you later, boy. And he took off.
Out of here.
Smoke everywhere.
Fucking contractually only obligated to
Dude,
hang
I'm
around
not
15 minutes after the show.
I'm not even kidding you. I'm going to a party tonight, and everyone goes, "Hey, bring your brother-in-law," and I'm like, "Well, I'm coming," and they're like, "Yeah, that's
Yeah, but it's Scott
but
coming.
it's Scott coming because we like him."
I mean,
I'm
I'm
like,
awesome.
I'm
He's
like,
pretty good.
Yeah, I can invite him. Okay, I made you empanadas, but is Scott coming because he can have the other half of the empanadas? I'm like,
Do we have to like split it?
no.
Okay.
No.
It's just
No.
one empanada.
Yeah.
How big is this empanada? Is it just like
Yeah.
a normal size?
It's like the size of a Pop Tart.
Apparently, the best empanadas on the planet.
All right.
And he's gonna have to drink a bunch of Mexican beer.
Maybe.
You will.
Watching my figure.
Modelo.
Hi.
Modelo
Heineken's.
Negro.
Yeah. Heineken's
Get
the
it from
ultimate
Heineken.
Mexican beer.
I can't wait. Who said that? Was that
I
your
said
brother?
it. Well, no, I have seen that there is a stereotype out there where a lot of like the Spanish culture.
I will take
loves
a picture of
Anakin.
all the what
Heineken.
Anakin.
I mean,
Oh.
Anakin
Were-
Skywalker.
Was it Heineken or are you thinking Mickey's?
No, it's Heineken.
I never even seen him drink Mickey's.
Really?
No, I've never
'Cause
seen- I don't think I've ever
everybody
seen-
poor
And I-
drank Mickey's.
Literally,
Hold
I've
on
never
a
seen
second.
anybody drink a Mickey's.
I'm not stereotyping or
rich.
anything.
Or-
I'm going to
I
a
know where
friend's
you're going
house.
with this.
Here it is.
I'm
Be
going to
careful.
I'm going to a friend's house who's
Tread
predominantly
lightly.
Hey, do you have your card on you?
predominantly Mexican. They're all Mexican. They all come from
This is my
a
people's.
south of the border.
Yeah, when I think Mexican, I think Scott.
Yep.
And I
Old pale face
They're
over
gonna-
here.
they're going to be drinking their drinks, and I've drank them with them before, and it's usually Dos Equis or
Well,
Corona.
that's fine, but I'm
or
not saying
Modelo.
this group of people that you're hanging out with are the only Mexicans that exist, and that's therefore
That's what
I've
I'm
seen
saying.
them drink Heineken. No, I have heard that stereotype. I'm not saying I physically have counted the numbers, but Heineken is a very popular beer with the Spanish culture for some reason.
You keep
Which I
saying
don't get.
that, but I've never seen that. So I reject your hypothesis.
That's fine. You can reject it.
I do.
I just know it's all none of them really ever drink Pacifico
No,
because
I don't
that's-
think
I
I've ever.
love
that's
Pacifico.
rat piss.
What?
Oh, Pacifico's bad.
You're stupid.
Piss warm
It's always like the Coronas are like the high end beers when they have them in there. You're like, oh man, who brought the Coronas? But usually
Pacifico is
it's Modelo
better.
and Bud Light.
I think Modelo's better,
Modelo's good.
and then I think the Modelo Dark.
Pacifico is delicious. You're weird.
All right, Whitey.
Pacifico
Just kidding.
should be in a 40-ounce bottle.
You're dumb.
Damn.
You're dumb. Yeah, I think you need to try Pacifico again.
I've drank a lot of Pacifico.
I don't think you have.
I'm pretty sure I have.
In Mexico?
Yes.
You know what I use it for?
Okay.
Put it on chicken.
You coat your chicken
Coat
in
my
it?
chicken in Pacifico.
You make pulled chicken?
Oh,
With-
that actually sounds
With
good.
ground up ghost pepper smoky Cheetos.
No, he didn't take those
Ugh,
home. Come
No
on.
way.
Because his kids would eat them, and then they'd be like,
There's still
oh, it's
like
hot.
there's still so many
And
piles
we're
of snacks
white
in this room.
and
Much
whiny. Yeah, I know. Next snack show, we're doing the fucking watermelon popcorn. Just for you.
Watermelon popcorn.
Hi. Someone's paying attention.
See, I don't need to do sound effects. I just do my own.
Right, we just do them all.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about it.
What is
All
the-
around the world.
What's
That's
the
all we
real?
need to do.
What's the real line? Watermelon
Watermelon
sugar.
sugar high. Yeah.
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 So
Ah.
stupid.
Do you
Burp, burp, burp,
wanna
burp, burp,
be-
burp, burp,
Now
burp.
it's in my fucking.
All around
mind.
the world. And that's what we gotta do. That way we don't get sued. Like,
Did you not laugh,
This is a
though?
I fucking busted. Because of the shenanigans that happened beforehand, and then when I finally heard it, it almost cuts off just perfectly. It's like,
The
all around the world.
The shenanigans are. I asked for that to be put in because the all around the world segment is going to be something that happens every
He didn't
snack show
save it.
now.
It's never gonna be
And
put back.
I would like there to be an introduction to the all around the world segment. When I listened back to the beginning, it was
Originally,
just us being silent because Scott said,
Just completely
All
forgot.
right, let's be quiet here, and we'll just insert it in.
"Yeah."
So, like I said, when I do the snack show, I don't have to insert trailers. I don't have to do that stuff. It's just pretty straightforward. I just
Telling you,
I
from-
just
From
edit
now
it.
on, just food slogans.
I put
You
the
just gotta
intro
put
and
them
the ending in, and I just send it, man. It's like I don't have to do much,
Mm.
and that's the mind frame I was in. and then I get this fucking scathing message.
Barrage of messages.
Jesus Christ!
I asked for one fucking thing, Scott. One thing.
You made me not even want to do the show
I'm
anymore.
gonna quit.
Are you guys done?
That was great.
Okay.
No, that was the end of that sentence.
Yeah.
I tried to call and tell you I was over it. You didn't answer. I thought you were mad.
After I had put it back in.
And I did actually no. It was I tried calling you the same night when you were like,
And
took
then
it
2 days
down,
later, we
and you were
finally
like, I
got
guess
some-
I'm not going to put up till Monday now for some reason.
And then Scott went on the full
It's a
silence.
holiday weekend, man. There's shit going on.
What? No, you didn't.
Well, I even asked him. I was like, "So do you think Scott's just like really mad at us?" He goes, "He's sitting in my living room right now. He's okay, I guess." I'm like,
I
"Okay,
was-
at least he's not mad."
I was at work. He was at my living
Oh,
room.
so he was there. Well, without you.
yeah,
That's weird.
yeah.
He likes coming over without you.
I know.
Yeah.
All right. So, anyways, did you guys watch anything in the last
I
2
did.
weeks? What'd you watch?
Well, let's see. Scott, did you watch anything? Because he usually goes quicker.
I mean,
True.
yes,
What?
we did.
What'd you watch?
Well, you and I watched our little adventure.
What'd you guys watch?
Oh,
I
I signed an NDA, bro.
I didn't sign shit.
Legally, they can't talk about it, but
I'm just telling you, we went and watched Eddie Murphy in a cop movie
Yeah,
that he's previously done before.
it has nothing to do
It has
with
nothing to do with Detroit
and
because he's someplace else.
and a city in California.
Yes.
Apparently, I was looking shit up, and there are people that just go through and listen to podcasts and stuff to see if anybody talks about it. So
Well,
I
what's
was
great
like,
is that if we don't mention anything that could pop up in any searches, it'd be great. So Edward Murphin was in a movie.
You already said Eddie Murphy.
Shit. Well, I'll edit that one out.
I mean,
It's
we're not
easy.
live.
We'll just
Anyways,
bleep it.
we were in this focus group, and let me tell you that the guy only wanted to talk to black people, and I'm not being racist. That is really what happened. Am I wrong?
It's just black people. There was one.
There was one guy.
There was one in the whole focus group.
What was his
No,
name?
there were
Hand
two
job
black-
or
His name was
something?
Handy.
There it is.
There were two black ladies behind us.
Were there?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't look behind me.
And
so.
they just wanted to, he only cared about their opinion. Because when I gave my opinion on the film, they were like,
All right, bro.
yeah. Yeah. So, did
They're
you see
like-
anything else?
They're like, obviously, you're not our intended audience.
Yeah.
When-
Next.
A movie file who actually watches these things.
listen to me. Scott has a huge rants to go on about this film.
I cannot wait
So
till it comes out.
when the NDA is up or whatever that is, I think it's like a month before the movie comes out, or like once it's officially
Once
announced.
the reviews start hitting, the
I don't
NDAs
even
are
think
out
I
of
don't even think it's that. I think it's once the movie's
Gotcha.
officially announced, then we can start talking about it. So
If you Google it, it's on Google.
I understand, but there's no trailer. There's no,
Just remember, I didn't send shit.
yeah, I know, but I still don't want. I don't need anybody coming knocking on my door like, we're suing you for $20,000 just to make an example out of you. I just don't.
You'd
need
be the
any of
one.
that.
Yeah,
Just
I
so
know.
happens the one Hollywood producer named Mark is one of our 20 downloaders.
No, but that's not how it works. It's like
Right.
somebody's like, "I'll go listen to some shitty podcast," and he's like, "Oh, I found one."
Damn.
So let me tell you a story real fast. Do you remember when The Kingdom was filmed?
Yes.
So The Kingdom was filmed in literally my backyard, and that's not hyperbole. There were
Yeah.
no walls or anything at ASU East. So I woke up one day and I'm drinking a cup of coffee, and I look out back, and they're building movie sets in my backyard, and I'm just like, "What's going on?" So they built the whole movie set for The Kingdom.
Aaron walks out in his robe with his coffee.
Jamie
What's going on, guys?
I used to be super active on the IMDb message boards before they went away, and I wrote something to the effect of, "Hey, they're filming The Kingdom in my backyard. If anybody wants to come to my house, have a couple beers, and watch the production."
Just sit down with a nice Pacifico and just watch the Kingdom being filmed.
I had a cop show up at my door and said, "Hey, man, we saw your post on IMDb about this. We got to make sure that if you're inviting people over to drink beers or being safe, blah, blah, blah. We're not saying that you can't do it. We're just saying please be safe about it." And I'm like, that's really fucking scary. So I deleted the post, and I was like,
So that,
No
the
more.
nicest way possible, the gun pointed at his forehead.
You see a little dot just show up.
so ever since then, I'm like, I kind of take like the NDA stuff seriously because they do go looking. They're worried about their bottom dollar and anybody who could find. So if we give like a horrible review on this film that's coming out later this year, that I guarantee they'd find it and fucking figure out a way to shut us the fuck
I've already
up.
cashed my fucking gift card, so.
Did you get one?
Oh, hell yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah.
From when you signed up?
Yep.
Are you being serious?
Yes.
Oh, okay. What'd you get?
I just got an Amazon card.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
$30.
Mine was 10.
Ooh, that's
Damn,
what
you got fucked.
Yeah, you got fucked, bro.
But that happens because we've done this before, and like he signed up for one of the things before me, and then like 2 weeks later, I went ahead and signed up, and we went together. But his was like $30, and they paid me $75. And what happens is if you wait long enough before that date, if they don't have enough people signing up, they start increasing the amount. So like when we get the emails, it was like, oh, $20,
probably that it didn't
25
come
bucks,
from my
$30.
account because he got the ticket from his account.
Yeah,
And
but remember you signed at the end because you were in the focus group.
Correct.
I never got anything from that.
But that's what I'm
focus group.
saying is at the from the email that I wrote down at the end, they probably were like, oh, well, this guy was here, but he wasn't part of he didn't sign up for it. So
But
we're
see,
giving
that's
him $10.
I don't
Yeah.
think that would matter. I think
I don't
whoever
either.
shows
Apparently
up
it
gets
did matter.
what they give.
Because I
Well,
got $10 dollars. I would have enjoyed
your,
30.
They didn't like your fucking out,
What?
dude.
I was constructive.
No,
I
you
wasn't.
weren't.
I was not mean.
You were an asshole.
What do you mean you're going to title it this?
I told them
Go
their title.
fuck
I told them their
yourselves.
movie title sucked ballsack.
Yep. I believe those. I think that's why you got $10.
Anyways, let's move on. What did you watch?
I went on a weird tear for these last 2 weeks, and I didn't watch a ton of like good movies.
Shocker.
I watched. I decided to get into like weird fucking disaster movies. So I watched San Andreas for the first time. I never watched it.
I will not watch that.
It's
The Rock?
not good,
No duh.
but it's not bad either.
Yes, it
like
is. I've
it's
seen
kind
it.
of middle ground.
It's one of those just like you're like, okay.
I will not watch a
mildly
movie I've
entertained.
already seen.
Well, it's fine. You don't have to watch it. It's
I won't because I saw it and it's terrible. At the end, he's like outrunning like. Bro, the beginning of that movie
I'm
is
not
so
saying it's good, but this is great.
fucking stupid.
Isn't that
Oh,
the
where
one-
he's
isn't that
saving
the one with
the girl in the
chick.
car.
Isn't that the one with the airplane where they're outrunning the crack as it's fucking
Yes.
getting ready to swallow them and shit?
Did we see it together?
You may.
I
know.
don't think so.
Ugh.
I mean, I think we've all seen it though, but
Well, yeah, I've now
Only
finally
thing that's
seen
good
it.
in that
It's bad.
movie is Dadarino, whatever the fuck her name is.
Yeah, Daddario or whatever her name is.
Whatever. She's hot.
Yeah.
Reno.
She was in the first season of what was that with Woody Harrelson and God, it was
True
on HBO.
Detective?
True Detective. Anyway,
Was she? Did
Yes.
she get naked?
yep.
Ooh.
Anyway,
I never watched that, so I
please
need to
watch
go back.
it.
What happened to her? Because she was in Baywatch and then she like disappeared off the face of the planet.
She does stuff still. Like I think she's in another
Porn?
movie coming up soon. No. Anyway, and then I went over and watched Geostorm, also for the first time.
Brain freeze.
Again, I love. I just love Gerard Butler. Like that dude is fucking great.
Geostorm.
Yeah, it's the one where like they
That
built.
is just not clicking with me
So
right now.
the basic premise is the world's atmosphere, something's happening, so now all the weather's going crazy. So they build this satellite system all around the world. It's like a grid system.
All
And
around the world.
all around the world. Yeah, exactly. And they nickname it Dutch Boy as like the boy who put his finger in the dike. Ha! And then and stop the water. So the idea is that this whole grid system is protecting the Earth. Well, something's happening. Gerard Butler helped build it, and like I guess the basic premise is someone's using Dutch Boy to target people and set off, weather things happening in different places to kill
that's
people.
right. That's where they have to go fight the moon or what?
And-
I've
no,
seen
no,
it.
no.
I've
That's,
seen
that's
it.
Moonfall.
No,
and that's my
no.
third
But I've
movie I
seen.
watched.
I've seen
I'm not even kidding.
Geostorm though. I've seen it.
Yeah, so that one it's stupid. It's really stupid.
It's fucking stupid as shit.
It's really
I saw it
bad.
in the theater. But I
Yeah.
am a dummy.
No, it's fine. It's not a good movie, but it's fun to watch. Like those are those ones you throw on and you're just like, this is dumb.
Alexander Danarino is in a movie called Die in a Gunfight, and I'm probably gonna pick that because it looks fun.
Yeah, I've never
And I
seen
like the name of the fucking
Die in a
movie.
Gunfight.
Yeah.
So yeah, the other movie I watched was Moonfall.
Okay.
This is the second time I've seen this movie.
Please get out.
That's
of the
how
house.
much I love how bad and awesome this movie is.
I
And
won't
I
watch
guarantee
it.
you're going to watch it and you're going to realize it's not good, but you're going to have so much fun watching it. Please just watch it.
No, I don't like Imranch.
Hey, please watch it.
Roman can lick it
Hey,
from
hey,
the back.
Hey,
Yes.
will you please watch it? I'll watch Beef.
Deal.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, I watched Moonfall. That one's silly. And then we didn't really mention on the show last week, you gave me my birthday gift early. I got a German copy, 4K of The Frightener, 6-disc set. It's all in German. It's wonderful. So I opened it up and I watched The Frighteners.
Hitler.
I love
I'm just
it.
kidding.
Wow. Got real quiet.
Just
Like-
kidding.
Only 20 minutes in.
You don't have that card.
I was like, what? Frighteners from Germany? Germany's my favorite place.
So, no, I've been. It's nice.
More Hitler, please. Just
Anyway,
kidding.
I'm so white.
Everyone, I'm just kidding.
Put a disclaimer on everything.
Disclaimer.
But I watched the director's cut. I had never seen the director's cut. I've only seen the theatrical. I remember seeing it at the theater back in the 90s when it came out. I love this movie. It's silly. It's Peter Jackson at his best. It's awesome.
Gary Busey. No,
Jake Busey.
I know.
So much Gary Busey the last 2 days. But it looks gorgeous on 4K. The director's cut is so good. The set is beautiful. I can't thank you enough. It was one of the coolest things. And
yes, I know.
I'm gonna go through everything. I'm the
greatest.
Can't even do something nice for you.
Yeah, I can because I'm not asking for anything.
Give me praise.
I like
Praise
hearing
me.
how amazing I am.
That was awesome.
He's never seen
Jake
Frighteners.
Busey was in Frighteners.
Jake
I just
Busey.
started. I've seen it a long time.
I don't know if
He
it
was
was
in
one of
another
his.
one of my favorite movies.
Arlie
Which one?
Ermey's in it.
Tomcats.
Oh my god,
That is a
fucking
terrible
love
movie
Tom
with Tom
Cats,
Arnold.
dude.
Tom Arnold.
Where he loses his nut.
Oh god. What was that?
Horatio Sands.
Yes, I was gonna say Horatio Sands is in it, and then Jerry O'Connell.
Yes.
Yes.
He's the main character.
Jesus Christ.
Jeremy or Chris?
No, Jeremy.
Yeah, the other one.
Yeah, the other one.
The other O'Connell.
That one O'Connell.
No, Frighteners is good. I don't know if it was Jake Busey's first movie, but I think it was the first movie I ever saw him in. So it was fun. I enjoyed it. I started watching some of the special features.
Frighteners is one of my top 5 favorite movies.
It's
and
so good.
I appreciate the praise, but I'm going to tell you what I did. I bought both.
I know.
And I looked at them and I said, I don't need both. I'll just
I know.
give one to Jordan.
I know what you did.
Okay.
It doesn't make me less appreciative.
Happy
I
birthday
love
by
it.
default.
Because I'm not going to go out and buy it. You had to order it from a German website.
Nope.
It's
got
all
it
in
from Orbit.
whatever. Oh, you got it from Orbit, which is still probably close to like $70-$75.
It's
So
$88.
whatever. But I appreciate it, and it was awesome. And pat on the back for you. Good job. But yeah, that's what else I watched. I really dug into that. I mean, I opened it up. I watched the director's cut. They have a matte cut, which takes away the black bars, so you get like the craziest view of everything they filmed. I might dig into that. That might be fun to watch.
Shit's easy to do now. They just got to pop it into an AI filter. You're like, complete the scene.
Do you see the Adobe AI that when people
Yes.
do in the pictures? Dude, it's fucking insane. We're going to be obsolete soon.
Yep.
Everybody. And then I started watching a lot of the special features. All the menus are in German, but it's easy to get around. But everything's in English, Dolby Surround. Like, it's gorgeous. Like, it's a really a beautiful print. The only reason it's the German one is that I don't think the U.S. has the rights to do 4K yet for that particular movie until, 2024, 2025? Something like that. So
I'm sure we'll get another one.
we'll get it eventually.
American
but-
version.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. We won't see it in the U.S. at least for about a year and a half. So, again, thank you.
You're
That's
like,
awesome.
how do you like our American version? We got more special features.
But I didn't know it was filmed in like New Zealand, and I mean, it's like I loved it. It was great. It was fun. It's a good movie.
I knew it was filmed in New Zealand. Okay, so
And then we watched Spider-Man and all that shit. So we'll get.
we'll get into Spider-Man. But I'm just gonna run through a bunch of stuff. Because all I do is watch movies now. I don't even bother with television anymore, except for The Good Doctor. I did start that. I watched Inside. It's a movie on Peacock. Willem Dafoe gets stuck inside this like art dealer guy's house.
I've heard about that being super crazy.
It wasn't super crazy.
Really?
It had its chance to be incredible, and it kind of drops the ball on it. But it is a entertaining watch because you think, oh, well, he's stuck in a house. This isn't that bad. Dude has no food in the house. He shut off the power, the water, and not
It's
the
like
power.
Shit in the bathtub.
Yeah,
and
he's
stuff.
like shit in the bathtub. So he shut off the water. He, he has no food. So like Willem Dafoe's literally like licking the size of a fucking freezer at one point in this film.
How long has he been locked into this house?
You don't know.
Because if you're saying like 24 hours, I'm like, fucking get your shit together
No,
and just go to take a nap or something.
It's clearly weeks.
Okay.
Like the art dealer guy is like on vacation or something where he's like
Gotcha.
overseas or something. But
That was my first thing because I was like, well, isn't there like, because he can't get out. I was like, isn't there like fucking windows or something?
There is a window.
He's in a high rise.
high rise.
There's
Gotcha.
windows that are
Double
fucking,
pane.
like, double pane,
Yeah.
bulletproof fucking windows.
Yeah.
And shit. So
The
it's
front
like,
door is like this huge art piece where he tries to like get out of it, and it's like dead bolted. There's no way to get out of it except without a key. Like it explains everything, so you're not just like, why doesn't he just do this to leave? And so he has to like figure out how to eat food, and he's kind of going crazy, and
Right.
there's all this beautiful art surrounding him, but he's kind of like
the premise, the way you're describing it sounds like it would be a really good movie, and kind of almost
I definitely
of a
suggest
non-horror
it.
version of The Collector, that horror movie.
I never saw that,
Oh, see, I like that one.
but
Saw.
I would recommend it. Like I would say you guys should watch it. I'm just saying, like towards the end, you're like, oh, this is this is all in his mind, but it's not. And it's like he kind of starts drawing stuff, and you think it's going to go into this like existentialism, like fucking like it's all come together, but no, it doesn't do that. So it was kind of like oh, it's just going to become excellent, and then it just kind of like meh.
That's what the hard part about a lot of these movies lately is like the premise sounds great, the execution at first sounds like
the execution at the beginning, like the first hour when he's just locked in there trying to figure out what he's going to do.
But they tend to suffer from the Stephen King complex where you just can't end the story.
Yeah.
And it just all kind of unravels at the end. Like, I love Stephen King books. He never knows how to really end them in a way that is satisfying.
Let's have
based
a bunch
off
of
everything.
kids banging each other.
Yeah.
Group orgy. Actually, that's not even the end. That's like
It's like right in the middle.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, that's a bummer. I mean, I'll still watch
No,
it. That sounds good.
I would recommend watching it if you're not as hard on movies as I am. I think you'll really enjoy it. It's just I was just waiting for like that like A24 exit, like what's the hidden message here?
Nothing.
And that never really comes. So yeah, but I would if you're into that kind
you
of
said
stuff.
it was on the Peacock?
Yeah, it was on the Peacock. I'm sure you can find it anywhere though. I know the Blu-ray comes out and like on Tuesday. I revisited the Crank films. They're fun. I don't want to get into much of those. They're whatever. Those movies remind me of like 60s, 70s exploitation films that were made in 2000. I don't think I appreciated them until I started watching exploitation because that's all it is. It's just like tits and boobs and gay people like killing and fucking and just the most depraved shit ever. And then this guy's got to
like the party we're going to later.
This guy's got to take all the adrenaline to keep himself alive. It's the dumbest premise on the planet because he would be dead.
I remember the first one. Like, I can probably run through most of it. I know I've seen the second one. I don't think I remember.
What are you doing? My
the
mouth
basic
is right
plug.
on it.
Listen.
Jesus.
The mouth is right on
Let
it.
the man produce.
Not like
he's
I'm
gonna do.
listening.
The second one is his heart is like on a battery and he has to keep shocking himself. But it's exactly like the
it's
first
just the same
one.
premise, yeah.
So you're like even where he's fucking Amy Smart like in public.
That was fun.
And I'm just like, okay, like upon a rewatch, I was like,
wasn't that the first one?
pointless. Yeah,
Because that was the one where he needs the adrenaline.
it's in both.
Oh, he
That's
does
what
it
I'm,
in both?
That's what I'm saying. It's
Oh,
just the
damn.
same movie, and then the second one ends terribly. Like it's the worst ending of all time.
Is it the one where he jumps out of the plane, or is that the
No,
first
that's the first
one?
one.
Okay,
And the
see,
second
I'm
one,
remembering a lot of the first.
he gets caught on fire,
Oh my god!
and like he just ends by flipping off the screen.
It reminds me of like the Transporter movies. They just kind of got it weird and kind of off. I love Statham. Like I'll see
Me too.
everything with Statham.
Except for that, In the Name of the King, I refuse to see that movie.
That movie.
I know I'm gonna hate it. It's I think it's a Dungeon
Oh,
Dragon movie.
Might be a U-Ball movie.
I think it is.
I won't watch it.
No.
That guy's worst.
I watched this movie that I highly recommend. Kind of. We'll get into it. It's called Polite Society, and it's about these two Indian chicks, and one of them is
Dot or feather.
Dot.
There you go. Don't judge me. I need the audience to know what they're thinking about.
So they, one of them, they grew up in this like traditional like Indian household where it's like, oh, you got to get married off and blah blah blah. The other one is like going to school and she wants to be like a stunt person, and they go to a school in Brit like that reminded me of Harry Potter because they have like house points and stuff like that. And she's like she wants to be a stunt woman the whole time. She's like fighting her classmates and stuff like this, and she's like really best friends with her sister. And then her sister goes and is like trying to marry this girl because she wants to be an artist, but it's not going the. Let me tell you, this movie is fucking awesome, except that it has a weird like subplot with fucking like secret experiments and pregnancy and it's like and it becomes almost like a James Bond sci-fi thing. But it would have worked just as well if it was just about because the girl goes off to get married and then the other sister's like sad because she's like, oh, I'm losing my sister. We're best friends and we didn't want to do the traditional thing, the traditional Indian thing. I highly recommend it. It's a fun watch, but I just know that there's going to come a turn at the end where you're just like, eh. And it reminded me actually a lot of like Scott Pilgrim because she fights people like throughout the movie.
Okay.
And like it like shows up on screen kind of like a con versus whatever. And it's really I had a blast watching this. I just did not like.
It sounds like the plot sounds like something that would be in a Black Mirror episode. Where it's like, this is how that is, but all of a sudden it's like they were all fucking
it becomes
science experiments or something. You know what I mean?
It becomes like a sci-fi fucking like comedy thing towards the end where they're like, you're only marrying her because she has the perfect womb to harvest our like super children or something. And you're like, what? Like, why did it have to be this? And I'm like, it was fine.
The ringleader's like Katie Holmes.
No, it's another like Indian lady, and I'm just like, you could have just done the sister's upset that the other sister's getting married and they have to work on the relationship, but you went this whole this fucking crazy like.
So
we're gonna
so
fight.
you say you wanted more of the relationship dynamic.
I actually did, yes, because that was
so
the better
weird.
part of the film than the fucking like kung fu fighting. Like we're gonna harvest your organ thing.
So at
I
the
don't
end
know.
when they make up, was it satisfactory or
Yes.
was it non-satisfactory?
It was satisfactory.
Okay.
Just two more here real fast. I watched Blackberry, which was fucking awesome. It reminded me exactly of Social Network, if you've ever seen Social Network, which you haven't. But if you're a normal person, you have seen it. Stars Jay Baruchel, Glenn Horton. That's pretty much the only people you would
Howerton?
know. Is it?
I think
I
it's
always call him Horton. Is it Howerton?
I think it's Howard.
Yeah, from Always Sunny.
Yeah,
And
it's
he-
weird to see him bald. Like I
He's
saw the
bald and he plays a complete total asshole, and
weird.
he's really really good at it. And I thought it was very interesting. It's about the rise and fall of BlackBerry, like how they became super popular, super fast, and then lost everything to the iPhone. Everything. Like they don't, they're not even a BlackBerry app anymore. They're sitting at
They couldn't get Michael Jordan.
0% stock, and it's just Jay Baruchel's really good in it. And I don't know how much is fact or fiction, but all I can tell you is it's probably one of the best movies of the year. And Glenn, whatever the fuck his last name is,
if you're listening.
yeah, he really, really, really fucking good in it.
Which is
So,
crazy because when you think back in time, when cell phones were like predominantly growing,
Yeah.
I mean, everybody who was anybody had the
a
It was a
Black-
status.
BlackBerry.
It was
and
a
they
status symbol.
Yeah.
and they fucking go through that,
Yeah,
like
because they had the little mouse ball on
Yeah,
there. They had the
yeah.
little
track pads,
keyboard, and
which
like,
they invented.
Yeah. Where are they now? Nowhere.
So yeah, but it goes this whole like them like when like Bell South became Verizon and like Singular joins with AT&T.
I feel like this is something I'd be into.
Dude, I'm not kidding you. This movie's fucking.
Yeah,
and
because he
it's,
still
and it's,
owns most of
and
those
it's
phones.
yeah,
Yes.
it's like a time capsule
I'm
because
trying to activate
it-
my BlackBerry.
it takes place between 1996 and 2008,
Okay.
and like it's like the two guys from that are like starting the company, which is Jay Baruchel and this other guy, and the one dude has like a Ninja Turtle wallet, and like it's like goes through like Ninja Turtle stuff and like Mission Impossible stuff. So it's kind of like taking you through the time of like, it's giving you a good timeline. It's all nostalgia, but it really like goes hard on this like BlackBerry stuff, and like BlackBerry was almost not a thing. It was originally called like Pocket Link, and it looked ridiculous. And they used I didn't know this, but this is true. I looked it up. They used like a Game Boy as their prototype because the people who would become Verizon, they wanted a prototype, and he's like, I don't care. He's like, I don't care. Just make the shittiest prototype. We just need something to show them. And he used a Game Boy that they had modified and just to show it. And that was actually real. That was something that happened. And the reason it was called BlackBerry is because the dude was eating fruit, waiting for the thing to start, and it spilled on his. It's. I gave it a 4 out of 5. It's a great movie. I really highly recommend
It's
it.
crazy to think that you're watching a movie about the history of BlackBerry. Cell phones haven't been around that long. Like,
Yeah.
Nope.
yes, in theory, yes, since the 80s, but not really the way we have them now or even years ago. They haven't been around that long. So to think you're watching a time capsule movie of something we lived fucking through.
I know, and
Like,
that's why.
Jesus
It's weird.
Christ.
Well, they even kind of mentioned that in the beginning. They're showing like all
I had a
the
pager.
TV. They're
Oh, yeah.
showing all the TV shows with like like Zach Morris with his fucking phone and stuff. And
Big fucking
this
Motorola
and
brick
you
Star
have
Trek.
and these people have cell phones in the movie,
Yeah.
but they're like trying to take it to the next level because they're like, I didn't
Something
know
you keep
this,
your
but
email
it
and-
goes through all this thing about how like they're like,
Well, cell
oh,
phones
we
were cumbersome. I
Right.
mean, they were those giant fucking bricks.
Yeah,
And then all of a sudden it was like it got flipped upside down because we went from these giant bricks to then it was how small can we make these
They
phones?
had the Motorola Pebble, which was like
Yeah.
that big. I had that candy bar phone that came out for T-Mobile. It was like literally like
Little
I
the,
had-
si- the
looked like
width of a, like
looked
a,
like a
a
big Kit Kat.
ruler. Yeah, it looked like a Kit Kat.
remember when the Razor came out?
The
Everyone
Razor, I had a
lost their
sidekick.
Fucking mind.
I had a sidekick.
I had
where
a
it's like you
sidekick,
flip
too.
it open, you
Yeah.
got your thing. Yeah,
because
it's
it
just
had
weird.
aim on it.
And now I want a fucking iPad for my phone because I need more space because my eyes can't see. It's like I need a biggest screen possible.
But yeah, man,
That's crazy.
You guys got to watch it. I want you guys to
Where
watch
is it, other than our illicit means, where is it streaming?
Well,
Do you
it's-
know?
it's-
like an Apple thing, or?
It's in theaters right now.
Oh, okay.
But they put it on
Okay.
Soap, and it's an independent film channel movie, so you might be
So
able to
it's
find
IFC.
it there.
Okay.
Yeah, but like I said, it's super fucking good, man. Right now, it's it's in the top 5 of my favorite movies of the year. So
He's like, it's this and Tetris.
no.
2 favorites.
And last but not least, I watched, and you know this, even I was ignoring my children, watching.
Really hit a nerve with
No,
it this
you
morning.
didn't. It's just fucking annoying. Don't say shit like that. Hypnotic with Ben Affleck, and I really wanted this to be good. It starts off. It starts off fucking super fun. You get like William Fichtner's in it, and you
Yeah.
think that he's gonna be like that bad guy from Jessica Jones, where he can just tell people what to do and they
The
do
Purple
it.
Man.
Yeah. Then it starts unraveling and unraveling. It just keeps unraveling until it's the stupidest fucking twist ever. I'm not going to ruin it until you guys watch it because I
Okay.
want you to see it and be as disappointed as I was.
Okay, I'll watch it.
So you couldn't pick him. You couldn't pick the bad guy out right away.
There's no bad guy.
No.
The bad guy is William Fichtner.
Tevin
But
Sausage.
you
Bad
know,
guy is bad marketing.
but it's like
IMDb is
he
the
runs
bad
a
guy.
division of like people who can use their mind powers to like fucking control
It's
people.
like Chris Angel mind freaking.
It's so stupid. The
I seen the trailer. and
Devin,
it's just
Devin
like,
Hamsteak.
The premise is he thinks he lost his daughter, but really he hit his daughter with his mind abilities.
Jesus.
It's dude, I watch the movie and then
Juicing his mind
it's only
grapes.
an hour and a half. Just fucking sit through it.
It's kind of
you'll be
sad
fine.
that Robert Rodriguez did this.
I don't know
because-
what he was thinking.
because it came out for like days,
What?
like days.
But here's the thing.
and then
what-
it was gone.
I don't know if this is a Robert Rodriguez film, like Robert Rodriguez was like, I have an idea. Or if somebody was like, hey, could you adapt this? And Robert Rodriguez was like, I could use a couple million.
I'm.
You know,
I have
like-
time. I'm in between the next Spy Kids remake.
Well, he's like living in Texas, like as like a cattle rancher or something
He's
now.
been.
so
Yeah,
he's
that's
probably,
all he does.
So I'm sure he was just like, oh man, I
It's
need
not
to
cheap. Feed's gone up.
Right,
So he's gotta,
yeah,
he's
I'm
gotta
sure he
throw
needed
a couple movies
and then
out there.
Ben Affleck, I'm assuming, got the phone call from his
Affleck.
agent and was just like, they were like, Robert Rodriguez, I'm in. He's like, do you want to see the script? Nope. In.
Nope.
And he got the script. He's like, fuck, I already.
He's like
committed
J
to this.
Lo's fucking
I gotta get
out of
away
control
from
with the credit
J-Lo,
cards, man.
yeah,
I
so-
gotta do a couple extra movies.
Nah, he doesn't need to get paid. He just wants to get away.
I'm supposed to get out of the house.
Yeah. He's like, what will it be? It'll be like 14 weeks in Canada.
Done.
Done.
Yeah. I don't care if it's good.
Wait, they don't have Duncan? Shit. Tim Hortons? I'll try it.
Yeah. So.
Just walk around with Tim Hortons.
I would be the reason I want to save it is because I'd be interested in like shitting on it with you guys.
All
and
right.
I can't do that right now, and I don't want to
will
ruin
watch
it, and to the point where you guys are like, well,
I'll
no, I
never
don't
watch
want to
it.
ruin. I don't want to watch that.
No, I
So,
don't want to watch this shit.
and then you and I saw Spider-Man in the Spider-Verse or whatever
Across
the
the
fuck
Spider-Verse,
Well, I
yeah.
don't give a fuck. Spider-Verse 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yep.
I highly enjoyed it. I think you did too.
It was one of the
There's-
greatest movies I've seen.
There's not a lot to like really say. Just go see it.
There is, but this is one of those ones I don't want to ruin it for everybody. Even saying what's coming up into the future with these things, I don't even want to talk about
What's
because
there really ruin?
not a lot of people know what's going on like we do. Like my daughter was taken aback when the end of that
She's
movie
also
happened, and she goes,
12.
"Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, but everybody knows this is part one. It's even part one on the fucking poster. You know it's going to end in a cliffhanger. You know that Miles Morales is Spider-Man.
Well, you do.
Yeah,
Everybody knows that.
not everybody.
What do you mean you do? It says Spider-Man Across
Again-
the Spider-Verse
again,
Part 1 on the fucking
I
movie
know,
poster.
but I'm gonna harken back to the thing of you probably know a lot more about movies than most normal people do.
normal people can read. I'm
But they
assuming.
don't.
Dude, they don't.
So they don't know this is a part 1 because it's all I've
Look,
seen.
I consider myself
Per
pretty
my
fucking
email.
normal. I'm not going on the internet trying to figure out what's fucking going on.
Yeah.
I just show up at the movies and I'll watch it.
I really
Later.
think the end of this movie is going to take a lot of people, not like us, by surprise, because I don't think they know that there is another one coming.
Huh. Interesting.
You know what I mean? Like I
I don't know what you mean because I think if
But you're more plugged in than we are. You're more plugged in than I am.
I don't
and
have
I'm pretty fucking
No,
plugged in.
you're more plugged in than me. I go to you for news, so
Well, you know, you've got. Well, yeah, you're kicked out of all your fucking Facebook groups.
I can
just can't get in.
No,
Can't
I
get in
can,
He's like,
I can read them.
Internet. Can I come
can I
in?
come back
Can I
yet?
come back? I could call that guy a homo. And I was just kidding.
I was kidding, guys.
I didn't mean to call him a retard.
Damn it.
So Anyways.
But yes, I will want to get into this into the future here, but I think we'll give it a week to breathe. It's great. Go see it. Spend your money. Go see this thing. I want to see it again.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
TV's not on. He's bored. He's got to do something with his hands.
Yeah.
I was bothered that it was just sitting there in the box still. I've opened everything else. Let's keep going, guys.
We should do something to like keep his mind off of that stuff. Like we could, I don't know, maybe record a show.
Turn the TV on.
This is fine because
Fail arm
all
in the
we're
background.
doing is talking like we would normally talk in any other instance. So
Yeah. Did he tell you that I came up with a new segment song?
No.
Yeah.
What's in Aaron's mailbag?
Hold on. He was just sending us pictures of everything he was opening today. So I came up with a new one.
Scott's
it's
not
the
a part of these.
mailbag. Come see what's Aaron's mailbag. And then he opens 9 pieces.
It's just going to be. We can actually start a social media account of
just
the Amazon guy dropping packages.
Yeah.
Once again,
Just his ring cam pictures of the Amazon guy.
Yeah.
It was UPS.
Oh, sorry. So
USPS.
USPS.
Yeah. Semantics.
Yeah, because he sent a picture of this very expensive giant set of unfinished Transformers movies because they're still making them. But he had to buy this big box set.
Well, I'm not going to see Beast Wars, so.
You're going to be sorry.
No, I'm not.
Come with us.
No.
Do it.
No. Especially
Pete
with,
Davidson. Come on, bro.
especially with what's going on afterwards. Because
Okay.
everything's
yeah,
going to be
Don't tell me I
rebooted.
want to see it. Anyway, so yes.
Even if I told you, I'm not going to because I'm not going to be an asshole. But even if I told you, it has no relevance to plot or anything that is important to this film. It is just so fucking like they're like we're going for broke in the next thing, and this is how we're going to do it, and it's stupid and it's fucking dumb.
I literally have told you my feelings on the fact that this is a prequel to existing movies, and they've already brought in Unicron. There's no chance that Unicron should be the end game of this particular movie
I know,
in this timeline.
but what they are doing afterwards is going to make you laugh. For
all right, you know what?
all of eternity.
I kind of might not. I need to probably know now. So
Okay.
after,
Are you ready?
No.
Oh, okay.
We'll do it off the mic.
I can just tell
someone
Aaron
listen here.
to fucking fast forward 30 seconds, Aaron.
All right,
Are
fast
you
forward
ready?
30 seconds.
Are you ready?
Go.
Yeah, fucking G.I. Joe and Transformers are going to be one property.
I'm
done.
in.
I can't. It's going to be the Rock.
That
and
is
fucking
what
Pete
they're doing.
Davidson.
And the only reason I know that is because they did a fucking like a Q&A panel, and the girl literally asked, she's like, how are you guys going to do that? And they're like, we don't know. We just know that that's going to be the next thing. And I'm like, nope,
no.
you're fucking stupid. I'm not doing that. So the after credit scene is literally G.I. Joe joining up with the Transformers.
I would love for it to be where it's just two people playing with the toys. Coming soon, and they're just doing that, and that's it. And that's all they filmed. Like they didn't even put any.
But because
effort.
you let me spoil that for you, I'll go this weekend.
Okay, go with it.
Some kid playing with his Transformer, and then you get that like crazy music, and all of a sudden he
'Cause
grabs
I kinda-
out of frame, and he just
The only
brings in
reason is I
G.I. Joe.
kind of want to see how they do it.
It's actually kind of cool.
I want to see if Bruce Willis is going to show up and be like,
No, he's done making movies.
okay.
The Rock was the last major thing. They even killed off Channing Tatum in the second.
Yeah, I know, because he was like,
Because he's like, I can't do this. Kill me
Can't do
off.
this. This is terrible.
Duke's out.
So they're
Duke's
taking-
out. I'm out.
They're taking 2 franchises and making them fuck.
Fucking God damn it.
2 awful franchises. Anyways, all right.
Then the Barbie's gonna come in. It's gonna be the Mattel universe. No, Hasbro is the other.
I'm bummed
Damn
your
it.
brother doesn't want to go see. Hey, do you want to go see Oppenheimer in 70 millimeter?
you asked me this stuff like I care.
Okay. Well,
Like that's the selling
it's
point.
important to
Like,
me.
wait, hold on. 70 millimeter?
Yeah, it's like when
I'm
he
in.
keeps asking me to go to like fly to fucking L.A. He goes, but they're showing it in 35 millimeter, and I'm like, I don't give a shit. I'm like, I get
understand
digitally
it,
here.
but you're just like,
No, I understand it, but it's
why
like
does it matter?
it's the equivalent of me going like, hey, you want to go out and watch The Little Mermaid on VHS?
no.
Damn. Is it the dick cover or do they do the?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'll watch
With the full
cover.
dick cover, man. You want to watch it on VHS because that's how movies are supposed to be watched.
Yeah. On film.
VHS.
On celluloid.
Actually, that's what Quentin Tarantino believes because his collection is all VHS.
Now he's gonna start collecting fucking VHS.
I'm not.
You're gonna have to build more
I'm
shelves.
not.
He's
I'm
like,
not.
we don't collect these DVDs and 4Ks anymore because of the streaming properties. Aaron's like selling all my movies.
So, this is
but I
the thing.
like VHSs. Fucking buying, heading to Goodwill right now.
I'm not buying any
No,
VHS.
Tarantino's like, how many more times are you going to watch that movie? He's like, you know what? You're right. So if I collect VHS, I can't watch the movie, but I can still collect
Because it tape rots.
because I don't have something to watch it on. That's great.
I'm not going to lie. VHSs when you guys are funny. All right. So, anyways, let's get into my movie. Come on.
Let's do it.
All right. So this week,
All around the world.
do you want to start making fucking bumpers? I would love bumpers, dude. Anyways, so this week's
movie of the week.
No.
Aaron's movie.
we need something good. No,
Aaron's pick.
no. Because here's the deal. I don't want bumpers like that, where it's like each of us have our own individual one, but just a bumper for each thing would be kind of cool.
What shitty art house movie will he pick this week?
What is
Hey, 24.
Is that a robot?
Yeah, will you do the robot?
When did you watch the movie?
Yeah, I was going to say,
Today.
As of last night at 10-something, you
I
said, I had not watched it.
forgotten. I'd actually forgotten
We're
about
on
it.
the way to baseball, and me and Aaron start talking about it a little bit, just kind of like
And I was
hashing
like,
some
oh,
things out. He's
shit.
like, you know what? Until you guys started talking about it, I forgot I had even watched it.
That's so
And this
funny.
was on the way to the baseball game. So there's no chance between then and when he left that he had watched it. So, wow.
No way. Yeah.
Good times.
Today, right before we came over.
Nice.
Oh,
So
my
it's
goodness.
fresh.
Okay, so I picked the 1997 documentary directed by S.R. Bindler, which who the fuck is that?
Right.
Who would know?
Like Bindler Tools.
Actually, he directed another movie called Surfer Dude with Matthew McConaughey, which I think
Oh, I
That's my
think
is
next
also a documentary.
Is it a documentary?
Yeah, I want to say it is. I picked the
The Bindler verse.
the 1997 documentary Hands on a Hard Body.
Coming up Tuesday morning at 7 a.m., they'll gather around a brand new, good-looking Nissan hard-body truck, and they'll stand there as long as they can. And the last one remaining wins that beautiful truck.
You gotta be a nut to do it.
Russell's out here in boots.
Breaks are 5 minutes every hour
What?
and 15 minutes every 6 hours.
My husband and I have been praying for a truck, and I believe that this is what God wants us to do.
And she started laughing. And I said, oh, praise the Lord, that's so neat, because I was praying for her right during that time, and I know there were other people. I'm not taking the credit for it.
I'm gonna win a truck.
Praise the Lord.
This is when the big dogs hunt. You know, you can't hunt with the big dogs. You get up on the porch with the pups.
Truck make money. Cars don't make money.
I can stay up about 101 hours without sleep. My feet's not hurting as bad. They've done got numb. My back's not hurting as bad. It's done got numb.
I don't like being numb.
Numb.
I would compare it to killing a deer the first time. First time you kill a really big animal. It's exhilarating. And you feel like you could jump to the moon.
All around the world.
Which this guy produced it and like edited it, and directed it and shit, or like did the whole thing.
Did he?
But like he like
Shocker.
there were so many like misspelled things in the frickin'
I
like,
know, which
like,
was
I remember like
so
when they were
funny.
like we're going into the 73rd hour, but it was 73 ND. Like he just forgot to
73rd.
change 72nd. He was
I
just
think-
like
It's so funny.
So I
change
think
73.
that's part of the charm. Is like it's a small town director, small town
You sure
fucking
about
movie.
that?
Yes.
You sure about that?
Yes.
Horsecock.
55 burgers, 55 fries, 100 pizzas, 100.
Look, Aaron, this is an adult time, so you can say is whatever
Yeah.
you want.
We're at adult table. You can say
Jizz.
whatever you want.
Jizz. Oh, no, but so like I said, it's a movie about Americana set in the heart of Texas. Ultimately, this documentary is about a bunch of people. They have their chance to win a Nissan hard-body truck.
It's the shittiest truck.
Dude, there's no fucking
In
farming in this truck.
1997,
They're like,
That
this
was
is
the
the
best
highest
truck.
end truck, and you look at that truck and you're like, it's got a shitty tonneau cover on it, like one of the ones that snaps on, like the vinyl.
Vinyl tires.
well, all these people are like, this truck is going to change my life forever.
Which is crazy to think because
Yeah.
everybody talks like they're like, yeah, this is really going to get me out of bad times.
And
What?
They're talking like it's like 1930s Depression era South.
I know, it really did. Like the one girl's like, I can't go back to waitressing. There's another chick who's like super religious and she thinks God is gonna get her to win. Dude,
She was
her
probably the most
friend-
fantastic.
Dude, the
fucking
friend with the big
side
hair?
of
Her
the movie.
friend with the big hair who was like,
She was frustrating.
we got like 200 people praying, so she's gonna win.
Well, my
I
favorite
was
part,
laughing.
well, I started laughing when she did this. Well, Marvin, her kid, got me up around 3 a.m. So I figured, you know what? I was feeding Marvin, and I'm gonna pray for whatever her name is. So I started praying, and then I found out a couple hours later that so and so started laughing right when I was praying.
Yes.
And I didn't say it was my fault because it's the Lord, but I figured the Lord had sent His laughter to her to convince her that her feet weren't hurt. And I'm like, I don't know
why she's the greatest side story of this movie.
Why?
Because eventually the Lord fucks her over at the end.
I think she's like one of the last three.
Right?
She's the last two.
I think I walked away.
And everybody started singing.
She was the
and
last,
she started going into it, and she
And
started
she was
clapping
like,
her fucking
yeah.
hands
Oh,
and
that's
took
how
her
she
hands off
moved.
the
Yeah, the
fucking
power of the
vehicle.
Lord said, nope. Not
I
today.
was like, that was my favorite part of it because I was like, dude, she
That was the
annoyed
irony.
the piss out of everybody singing her fucking
And-
religious
and
songs
laughing.
and going crazy and laughing, and then the Lord struck down the fucking hymn that fucking booted her out of the fucking finale.
God is an awesome God. And she's like, yeah.
It's the
Shit.
TikTok song, man.
So here's the question: do you guys think you could do that?
No.
Because
Not a chance.
I want to try.
Hour 2, I would have been like,
Well,
fucking bored.
Here's the thing: they were listening to like Walkman,
Yeah.
and then they were
They were
reading like
just
John
jamming
Grisham
90s
books.
country.
Yeah, so I'm thinking.
Yeah, I really don't like George Strait. I really like the gospel music.
Yeah.
And
Not big on country.
if I
Big
could
on
put my
country.
hand, if I only had one
On a
hand,
hard body?
I could play Marvel Snap. I could watch a movie.
There's no phones. I guarantee you there's no phones.
Well,
in this day and age.
I
don't know
think
about
they would
that.
modify these rules to fit the now,
Yeah.
and I don't
Yeah.
think they would allow that.
I think they
No
would allow
phones.
that because they were
No
like,
way.
no,
Could you
why?
imagine
How?
just sitting
How?
there?
There's
Then why is
no
that?
way.
Why are they allowed to have an iPod or a Walkman?
Well, because you can't communicate
Because
with
they
anybody
didn't.
else.
That wasn't connected to your phone back then. It would.
Why
it had
would
no
they-
specific advantage.
Okay, now this is an entirely new conversation. Why on earth wouldn't they be allowed to have phone? Like, what rule would it impede?
because you're. I don't know.
Because
I
the
think
rules were you couldn't lean. You always had to have your hand
because
on
it gives
one.
you something to do.
So what? They didn't care if you had something to do. That guy was handing books and fucking racks of magazines.
Read a book, motherfucker. What would you rather do? Would you rather have your phone while you're hooked to a fucking vehicle and you're watching YouTube videos to pass the time, which would
Yeah,
go
I guarantee
very
you,
fast?
I could have done 3 to 4 hours just going through TikTok.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Or you put in your fucking cassette tape of your Jesus music,
Yeah.
and how many times are you going to play chess?
Well, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, dude. I think that they would allow you to have your phones because I think they would.
I think the idea of them trying to hand out books and magazines that it keeps your hands busy, which means there's a higher chance
Right.
your hands are
They're
coming
trying
off
to
that
get
truck.
you. You think they all wanted to be out there? They're trying to get
no one
these
wants to
people
stay
out
out
as
there for
fast
all
as
fucking
fucking
There's a whole
possible.
part where they're like, these volunteers are volunteering for us.
Yeah, it was
We
after
can't-
the cheating lady
The
got
cheating
knocked out
lady got knocked out. Yeah, she cheated.
with her 3 teeth.
Stop, man. That's just Americana, bro.
Is that what Americana is to you?
I don't know, because I lived through 1997, and none of those people look like fucking people I was around in 1997.
I look like all the people I was around, but at the same time, I went back and forth to New Orleans, Louisiana.
Yeah,
a lot,
you grew up
so.
in a different 1997 or 1995 than I did.
Right. So, I don't know, man. Like, I felt like there were people you were rooting for. I felt like there were people you wanted to lose, like those two guys, those two kids. I wanted that blonde-haired kid to win.
The one that looked like he was like a surfer dude.
Yeah.
but he was in Texas.
Because they were all so humble. Like,
But they were so hyper-focused on everybody, man, and like all of a sudden there's like this Mexican kid.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, where'd this guy come from? Because he's still here like 4 days later.
This dude had someone rubbing him down. Between
Everybody
on it,
did. Didn't
like,
you see, like, they had
massage tables?
and
Yeah.
fucking, they were all eating bananas, and I just liked listening to them
That
talk
black
about
dude
each other.
made me fucking laugh.
That black dude was awesome.
They're like, I'm good, man. I'll be here all day unless it rains.
Yeah.
Unless I hear lightning in the distance, man. I am scared of lightning. I'm scared of rain. I'm gonna be out of here. I'll be out of here so quick.
I feel like Kelly had she had a game
Kelly
plan.
was the young.
That was
young
the girl
one.
I was rooting
She
for.
had the game plan because she had like her, she was sitting down on her break and she had to eat so many things.
She
had
was
fish
smart about it.
and like the whole thing, and then she fucking went crazy.
That's what they all went crazy.
Unfortunately. And I've
Hour 70, they started just fucking talking in tongues.
in 2005 they stopped the hands on a hard body contest in Texas. The same place went forever, but in 2005 they stopped because the way it works is every hour you get a break.
It's a 5 minute
Was it
break.
5 minutes?
Every hour it's a 5 minute break. Every 6 hours is a
15-minute break. That's what it is. I think that's so they can pee and stuff.
Yeah.
And during one of the 15-minute breaks, someone broke into the Kmart across the street, loaded up a shotgun, blew their head off. So they stopped the hard body contest because he was in hour like 80 something.
That's
and,
insane. Because this movie only went to what, hour 70 something?
I thought it was 82.
I wasn't sure.
Maybe I'm wrong about that.
70. It was like
I think
76,
you're right.
78, something like that.
I think you're right.
Like
but that guy
there.
was like, let's stand here and try to beat the record.
I want to do it to 105 hours.
Why would you want to do that? He goes, even if everybody leaves, can I stand here by myself? I'm like, are you fucking...
The guy who won it was the most undisciplined guy. Like, he just chain smoked during his breaks.
Because that's such a 1997
And the funny thing is,
thing.
they didn't focus on that dude a whole lot either. Like, they'd cut to him every now and then. How you doing? Well, my blood pressure's still good, so I'm good.
Yeah.
And then that was it. Everybody else had
Gotta
these
smoke.
wacky stories and all these great stories, and he was just fucking
Yeah, the girls were all like,
standing there.
I don't know. This is a young person's game. Can't be eating all those hamburgers. You got to be eating fruits and vegetables and fucking.
Well,
and
even
they were
the
all
black
eating
guy,
bananas.
he ate a Snickers bar, and then like that's when he lost. And his coach came out and goes, "Yeah, you can't be eating that sugar. I was a football coach. You need proteins. You need all this stuff. But man, you can't do that sugar. The sugar can get you out." Man, I remember way too much of this movie.
I loved it, dude. I love this movie. I know.
Talking about this movie is a better experience than watching.
I
this movie.
disagree, man. I really enjoyed it. I was
Now-
so interested
now,
in all the
not
people.
being terrible, but I'm just gonna this is how I so me watching this movie. The beginning, you're super into it because they're introducing characters. You're like, okay, like this person, like you're kind of picking sides. You're like, yeah, like this person.
Right. He's like the villain.
But then like the middle part, there's like just a lot of drag in the middle where you're like a lot of things unneeded until we get to the end and people start dropping.
When people start getting off that truck, that's when it got interesting.
That's when it gets
to
it
me.
back
I'm like, okay,
interesting again.
who's
So
next?
almost that whole like middle part of it.
See, I thought
They can almost take that all
no,
out.
because that middle part you were getting to know everybody. That surfer dude, he loses kind of early on.
I didn't want to get to know people. I
I
just wanted to know
did.
what.
That was the
I just
whole
want to know
point of the
who
film.
won at that point, man. It was like, it's a good.
I almost just Googled who won so I could enjoy the movie.
It's
I was like,
because
oh,
you were
it's gonna be
tense
her.
the whole time.
I was like,
it's a
because
good.
like I said,
it's a good evaluation on people's like mental
yes,
like capacities and stuff. And it just and it does put you in that situation where you're thinking like, could I do something like this?
No.
And it's like, no, I don't have the fortitude.
I want to
to
try.
stand there.
I'm not saying I could do it. I'm not even saying I could get in with.
We got plenty of vehicles out front right
I
now.
have to win
I have
something.
a pop-up canopy. I'll
Mhm.
buy you a freaking DVD.
a DVD of what?
I don't know. What do you
Whatever
want?
I have plenty of
Titanic?
DVDs.
Titanic on VHS.
Titanic on DVD.
You
Yeah, baby.
you make it 24 hours.
You can get sued for
I-
that.
I
Yeah,
could probably,
right after he kicks his football.
I
and-
could probably do 24 hours.
We really got to, one of these days, really just get you on one of these things that you think you can do.
I said I think. This I don't know. This I have a lot of ADD.
Because
I'm
especially
telling-
standing, because of course
really.
But here's the deal.
But then here was the kicker, man.
What
because
do I
was like-
win?
I was like, oh, I would just lean up against the thing, and they're like, no, you can't lean.
Right.
You have to put your hands up. You just got to stand there. And people are like rocking back and forth, like freaking like autistic kids and stuff.
Yeah.
And they're like, they're just trying to stay moving. And I'm like, yeah, that would be my breaker.
As
right?
Right.
someone who has had to wait in line at Disneyland, I know for a fact I couldn't last more than 3 hours.
Correct.
What do you mean? But you can move in the line. You can
Yeah, but
lean,
see,
you can sit.
but I already hate that experience.
I'm already
I hate having
so
to wait. That's
he-
why I use
he
Fast
signed me up.
Pass.
He signed me up for these pre-movie things,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, so when you sign up, you don't automatically get a ticket. You have to go wait in line.
Oh, you have to go wait.
I'm
you
like,
have to get it.
I'm probably never going to go to another one of these again because
Well, no,
I would
you
have to
will.
wait.
No, because
I'll stand in line. And you'll show up at the last minute.
Correct,
That's
but if
how
it was
works.
up to me, and if I had to go to it to wait in
because
line,
it's what, a 7:00 movie. This
I'm
motherfucker
out.
showed up at 3.
I did.
yeah, I'm out.
I usually show up around 5:30, and it's
Well,
there's
they
a
were
line,
letting us
but-
in at 5:30.
Yeah.
So that's why I have to show up early. And I used to do
But
this.
yeah, I've done enough with you to know.
But and also went back in the day, which was a Wednesday. I used to sign up for these things weekly, and fucking there was like a whole group or team that would stand in the front and they'd be holding spaces, and you no matter how many hours you got there early, they'd already be there, and you were I always got in because I was always early. I knew the game. But if you weren't super early, you weren't fucking getting into
Oh,
these
I know.
pre-screens.
I've seen people get turned away.
So I rather fucking just get there early. And I always tell people, what you do not spend in money, you make up for in your time. And
You do.
my time now as a 40-year-old is way more valuable than money.
Welcome to the club.
That's why
this is
people
why I wouldn't sit there and hold my hand on a truck that I
Yes.
don't know if I'm going to
Right.
get.
No,
Because
I
then next
get
thing you
that.
know, I'm at hour 60. I fucking slip off the truck, and I'm going away with nothing.
I know.
Because
Got
that's
a
what-
second place, got a $50 gift certificate.
Because that's what happens is most of these, you get the few people that are like, listen, I just can't do it anymore and I'm out. But the people who are really trudging through, like the lady, like, oh, all of a sudden I'm clapping. Fuck, I just took my hands off.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. See,
The Lord got her.
Yep.
If I
didn't want to
I
have
would
that
want to
truck.
try, knowing that there was a free truck at the end. I would want to attempt it. Not saying I could last that long. If I felt like total shit,
But
I would
see,
just stop.
It's almost like, for me, it's like gambling. I don't like gambling because I don't have that guarantee
love
that I'm going to win money.
gambling.
I know
Right.
you do.
love
This is why
doing
this
it.
might work
See,
for
I'm
you.
the exact same way.
Yeah,
I
should
can spend
fuck.
$50
Suck his dick on it.
gambling and not get anything and waste $50, or I can spend $50 on something I know I'm going to enjoy, like a video game or a movie or whatever.
Correct.
If I'm going to spend 70 hours on that truck, if I lose an hour 71, I'm going to go across the street to the Kmart and blow my fucking brains out.
That's funny.
That is a lot of time to invest in nothing.
Yeah, I
And then plot twist, we got to get drug test at hour 70.
Yeah, what the fuck is up with that?
Probably because they in those times, we're talking the 90s, they didn't want people doing rails of fucking coke to fucking stay up and fucking
Right?
that's
win
true.
the truck.
The
Yeah.
Jesus lady's like, I'm good.
I
high on
I did
PCP.
like how every time they asked, no matter what hour it was, they're like, "I'm good. I'm feeling good." Like
They're
be
fucking
like,
talking to
yeah,
themselves.
They'd be like, "I'm hurt. Like it hurts, but I'm okay. I can
would've-
go another 20
I would have
hours."
loved to see the shot where the
what?
cameraman's at a distance filming somebody doing an interview with nobody. Like they're just going insane.
Well, it was
Weren't
like
they
the Kelly
talking
chick.
about-
She walked away on break, and they said she just walked away and was talking to herself and
Yeah.
holding a complete conversation.
Her friend had to like,
Yeah,
Like,
go
you
get
can't
her.
do
down.
this anymore.
That was who I was rooting for. That's why I almost looked it up. I was like,
The young chick.
yeah. The second I almost tried to look it up, I was like, this girl's got to win. She walked away, and I was like, oh, okay.
See,
she's
I
out.
was on Team Jesus Woman because I'm like,
Fuck
she's
her. I hated
no.
her.
But here's what I
hated
think.
her and all her
I was
stupid
like,
fucking friends.
I was like, she's gonna fucking win this because
I know.
she's got the Lord's power.
got
And
the
then
power
when
of
the
the Lord.
Lord fucking gave it to her at the end, dude, that was my biggest moment of this movie.
The
It was
Lord
like,
shows up. I'm here.
Yep. I was
Aw,
like,
shit,
oh,
sorry, man.
she fucking took her hands off clapping, dude. That's the
That is
greatest
the irony
plot
right there.
twist of the whole fucking thing, man.
That Jesus screwed you over. And
Just comes down. He's
hour
like,
73.
I didn't. No, but there were like people at the beginning. They were like, I sold my other truck. This is the truck I'm gonna get. I'm like, what? Like,
Well,
it's-
yeah, like maybe I just because I don't know the area. I don't know how impoverished all these people were. I mean, obviously it's middle of Texas.
Oh,
There's
we've been
probably
there.
some
I can
shit.
only imagine that if it hasn't gotten worse, it never got better.
Well, I mean, this guy was talking about Paris, Texas, and I generally know that area, so I knew where he was talking about. The one dude with no teeth talking about his 20 ton air conditioner that could freeze somebody to death in his house.
I love that guy.
That guy was hilarious. But like, I generally kind of know the area, so I'm like, everyone is poor. So I guess the motivation is different. Like for me, I don't have the motivation
Because
I wouldn't need to. I wouldn't want
everybody
that truck, even
needs-
if it was a new Dodge Ram. I
Everybody
wouldn't
needs
put
a
my hand-
truck because
Well,
at some
if you
point,
don't have a
some
hat.
people coming around and they're going to ask you to move, and then you could load up
Find
the
out when you
truck.
have a truck, you have a lot of friends all of a
Yeah.
sudden.
Everybody needs a truck because right now I got a car, and you just find out that like you're going to need a truck one
Well,
day.
having a truck to a Texan is like having their hat.
Yeah,
If
he's
they
like,
don't have
nah.
a cowboy
He's
hat,
like-
they're having a hat on.
He goes,
Yeah.
my dad had a truck. My
Yep.
granddad had a truck. You just know that one day
You're
you're
gonna
gonna
have a
have
truck.
to
Well,
buy a truck.
And then here's the thing, though. This was like a fucking like Nissan S10 type of truck. Like this wasn't hauling hay bales.
With terrible fucking graphics,
Handprints
pasted all
over.
over this fucking
Well, we
truck.
don't want you to ruin the paint with your sweat.
Yeah, so we're
for
gonna
70
we're gonna
hours.
put fucking handprints all over this.
So
fucking
here's your
thing.
fiberglass encrusted fucking gloves. Good luck. I'm like,
Those were
Jesus.
Dickies gloves, bro.
I didn't understand the glove bit until they later on when they explained it. I was like, okay, it makes sense.
Did she say that she like took the glove off and like was holding the glove?
The glove was
so
on
you,
there.
You
and
have
then
to
she
have the gloves on, and then she
Right.
reached over with your other hand and took the other glove off, and that's what disqualified her.
Well, no, early on, they were interviewed her, and they're like, are you sure this isn't breaking the rules? She goes, no, it's not breaking the rules, because that same woman had one glove on, one glove off during a break, and never put the other glove back on. So she set the glove on the truck and then set her bare hand on the glove.
That's what. Yeah,
And that was early on.
Yeah.
And then later on, she got disqualified because she reached over and undid the glove with the other hand and lifted up. Because I felt bad for that one because I think that was that the toothless lady or was that the
No.
the other one?
No, that was
chick
the-
with the big hair.
Okay,
Yes.
so the chick with the big hair.
Big hair
That
chick.
moment, it was one of the only times I actually kind of felt bad because the judge came up. She goes, "I'm so sorry.
I feel really bad.
I
And
feel
then the
so
judge
bad about
started
it
to cry.
because this was like hour 65. I'm so sorry. You're out." And she goes,
I know.
And then the guy's
I
like,
know,
"What?
honey.
Huh?
I know.
What?" And like these people are going insane for a Nissan. Like,
And the people that were out earlier, like, all come back to watch, and they're like consoling these people. I'm like,
Dude,
if I would have
yeah.
lost, I'm out, dude.
I'm sitting at home.
Yeah, I'm sitting at home
watching TV.
Let me know who won.
See ya, bye. I'm fucking insane now.
So, what do
Yeah.
you guys rate it?
I think it's interesting. Like I said, I think it's interesting to talk about.
We've talked about this more than any other fucking movie
Yeah.
we talked about. Just want you to know
I don't. Like I said, there's a lot of it that kind of, for me, even though as short as this documentary is, it does drag a little bit in that middle.
I disagree.
Give me the beginning, give me the end.
Because the music is slow and the dialogue is slow. They're like slow draw.
Yeah, so it kind of lulls you away for a while in the middle of this movie.
Especially
and
the previous winner, because he's always talking like this. And he's,
I think it's interesting. Like I said, it was hard for me to because the whole time I'm confused, and I'm like, this is 1997, dude. I'm like, this feels like the fucking the
I know.
80s.
I thought it was
Dude,
filmed in
it
the
was
80s.
crazy. I completely
but
agree.
I'm probably at about a 3.5. I think it's like I think it was fun. Like I said, it's not what I consider like a documentary that I'm like, oh man, you have to fucking yeah.
Well, they made a
See it.
musical out of this. Apparently, it's just cited as like in a lot of lists as like one of the best documentaries ever made. I wouldn't go that far because one of my favorite documentaries is the Price of Rights documentary, and
That's the one where he cheated or something? Or
he doesn't cheat. He
kind of
just
cracks the code.
cracks the code, and
Gotcha.
it's really good. And I kind of like lump this in with that. This is a really good documentary. This is fun to watch. I could easily watch this several 100 times. Like I would throw it on in the background. I liked rooting for people, and I liked hating that one guy who had won it a few years prior. I liked seeing what happened to him afterwards. I started looking up people.
I
When,
I haven't done that yet, but I want to go see where these people are.
Yeah, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I gave it a 4. I thought Quentin Tarantino was right about this. Sometimes he's not. He was right about this. And it's two things I can take away from Quentin Tarantino: Rolling Thunder and this. Fucking
Rolling
excellent.
Thunder
So yeah, I gave it a 4. 1.5.
No,
Jordan
no.
here. I
Okay,
hate
so
baseball.
that do. I saw the trailer for this when he mentioned this 4 months ago when we were originally going to start maybe doing this, and I was like, this looks terrible. I don't care that they made a play. I don't care if people liked it. Quality-wise, it's garbage. But I'm giving this a 3.
Oh,
And for me to give that 3 is...
I'm so
insane.
surprised.
Here's the thing. I didn't want to. I ended up watching it. I'm going, this was not good. I didn't enjoy it. And then the more I thought about it, I was like, okay, there were things I liked. Then we started talking about it yesterday on the way to the baseball game. And then we were talking about it while walking up to the baseball game. And the more I thought about it, I was like, there's an appeal to this that I didn't think I understood until we started talking. And talking about it today reinforced that thinking, whereas it may not be the greatest documentary I've ever seen or movie I've ever seen, but the conversation after the fact and the overall warmth I get talking about this movie
That's exactly where I am.
is insanity to me. Like, this movie sucks, but I want to talk about it to everybody I've ever spoken to.
I completely agree.
So it's a 3 because it is better than average. It's garbage quality, but we
Yeah,
also watched it on YouTube. There might be
right.
a better one. I doubt it.
No, there's not even a Blu-ray. It's all like Apple TV. I think this is the quality.
Okay,
This looks like if you had
Someone's
recorded
filming on a
this on a VHS tape
yeah.
from TV
and then loaded it on
after
YouTube.
after you recorded 900 episodes of Price is Right.
Yep.
That's the quality that you're going to get.
Would
Yeah.
you go see the play with me?
No.
Really? Okay, because I get offers for it sometimes.
Okay.
That takes.
If it shows up here, I'll go with it.
Fuck yeah, you're going to.
I don't. I mean, it's implied.
Yes, I know.
It's a 3-hour.
I got 3
it's a-
tickets.
It's a 3-hour movie of us sitting through people watching people with a hand on a fucking truck.
No, there's like singing.
There's an
on it and
intermission.
shit.
Yeah. They're like,
But-
intermission. Everybody can go ahead and take but you have to keep your hands on the fucking armrest the whole time and not move them.
I liken this to say, I don't say watch this movie because it's good. I say watch this movie because it's like a car wreck.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's
to
like
talk about it with. Then yes,
You-
absolutely.
You drive by a train wreck or a car wreck, you want to know what's going on. This is that movie.
and your buddy drove by 30 minutes after you
and said, "Dude, you gotta."
and
you
you're
gotta
calling
see
him
this.
up, going, "Hey, did you see that thing
Exactly.
on the fucking 101?" Yeah, dude, that was crazy, dude. Did you fucking and you
Right,
start
and then the
talking-
conversation
dead?
after
Yeah.
the fact is way more fun
Yes.
than watching this movie.
Yes.
So that's why my hatred for the trailer and my upsetness that you chose this washed away after we started talking about it. It is a very generous but very well earned 3.
Hell yeah. So if you're out there, and this is probably one of the biggest ones I recommend, because not only most of the time we just give you the beats of the film, give us what you thought, a couple interesting things, but it's just like this movie's so fun. Like afterwards, you just want to talk to people about like, hey, you think you could do it? Like, what do you think about? You think this is cheating, or do you think I don't know, man? It's just such a.
But this is typical guy talk.
Yeah,
how many times we talk to our buddies? Be like, hey. For $10,000.
Hey, yeah.
Would you
suck a dick? Hey, welcome to WARON. I'm your host, Aaron. Would you put your hand on a fucking hard body?
Yeah, it's
or blow your brains out. We're taking calls on the fives.
Because there is an appeal to watching contests.
I agree.
Where it's like, would you do this?
Yeah.
How could you do this?
This is the southern,
feeling.
almost that southern-esque kind of version of Survivor.
Well, that's why I watch
that's why
food competitions.
Yeah, that's why Survivor is popular, because you want to see people fucking fail.
Right. It's like why I watched Man versus Food. I
or
want to
Mr.
watch
Beast do it.
Or the Naked and Afraid. You're there because you want to see people fucking just horrendously fail.
That guy's gonna get murdered.
Yes,
it's gonna be great. Like that's what this movie is, and
yeah,
it's fun. It is a fun.
It's Mr. Beast
movie.
before Mr. Beast. Anyways, so keeping documentary month a rolling. What do you got for us next week, Jordog?
All right, this one. I talked about it last night just a little bit, and I'm sorry, we're going to make ourselves have to pay for something. I know we try not to. Scott will find it for free somehow in the Korean market.
$4 whole dollars? He'll go to fucking Desert Drinks and Exotic and I'll have it in the back.
So I'm going to pick a documentary that actually came out this year. It's for streaming. It's out there. It's called Back to the Drive-In.
Hi everyone, this is Ben coming to you live. Our weather right now is actually pretty fantastic. It'll be a really nice night for driving movies.
Normally expect 200 to 300, 514, 900 cars. That's a lot of people in here.
My buddy says, hey, whatever happened to that drive-in idea? He goes, put it in your backyard.
That night, it was like an infusion in me to bring it back, to make it happen.
There was something called showmanship.
Beer garden is open, he's making white Russians.
You're not going to get that on your TV at home.
It's all a labor of love.
Yeah, we're still in the midst of this uncertainty. Day and date streaming with new movies, is that going to be a permanent thing?
Counting what we made today, $5.
Biggest problem now is having employees, people to help, barely getting by.
Then get into what the hell's going to happen to me today.
This is our current situation.
Movies used to mean something, and people used to anticipate their release. Will it survive? I don't know.
I thought it would really be fun to spend our retirement at a drive-in. I didn't realize that we would spend our retirements on a drive-in.
I think that one of the positives is more people will go to drive-ins that maybe hadn't gone before.
I fell in love with it. This is like the best form of entertainment.
When the kids get out of the car, the smile on their face, you can't put a price on that.
It's memories that people will keep forever.
Y'all enjoy the movie.
Scott's like, why are you guys being quiet? I'm not going to put anything there.
Just leave it silent.
All around the world.
All around the... So this is a documentary, kind of it's very specific to just this show, us in particular. It's about drive-in movie theaters and the ones that still exist across the U.S., and it focuses on 11 unique family-owned drive-in theaters across the U.S. And I think I love drive-in movies. We were talking about it last night. Some of our earliest memories going to drive-in movie theaters, and I kind of wish here in Arizona, I think there is still one drive-in theater left.
The one
like
by
in Far
Sunsplash.
Glendale.
No, that one's still up. At least I see the screens are still up.
The one over off the
by Sunsplash, or not Sunsplash, but the
first
Big
of all,
Surf.
Big Surf doesn't exist anymore.
Once
and
in a
neither does
blue
that.
moon, I think they do the.
No, they don't.
They do the movies.
They had a soccer field pulled there. There's no more drive-in there.
Really?
Are
It's
you
gone.
sure?
It is gone. It's been gone for years. The only one left is like the Glendale or Surprise, whatever.
You sure about that?
You sure about that?
You
Yeah.
sure about that?
Yes, I am. But yeah, so we're gonna watch a movie about movies.
Damn, this gets fucking excellent reviews.
I didn't really look at the reviews. I saw the trailer when I was flipping through stuff to watch on like Amazon Prime or something, and I thought the subject matter sounded great. And I immediately had to take a picture of it because I knew I would forget what it was and never find it again. I'd be upset. So I think we're gonna watch that one. It's gonna be good.
Damn.
And I think I've banked a different one for what I may go.
Oh,
'cause I
thank
know
God.
we've
I don't care about
talked.
Rumspringer.
I don't know. That one sounds good fun too.
Then watch it on your own.
I'll watch Sex Drive and then Rumspringa.
Yep.
Westwind Glendale Drive-In 9. So that's the only one that's still left?
It's the only one left.
Interesting.
That sucks because I also found out maybe 6 months ago the drive-in that I saw Batman Returns in one of the last drive-in movie theaters in California I ever went to just shut down too. I'm like, damn it!
Fucking cry.
I will.
Cry, you fucking bitch.
I will.
Jesus, you're
We're
simple.
gonna have to collect fucking.
I'm just kidding.
Drive-in movie hard copies,
dude.
Do you know
drive-in movie?
Do you know they show them on 35 millimeter?
Hey, we could fly to every city and go to their drive-in, and then we could make a documentary called "Back to the Drive-In" again.
Film on iPhone 14s.
Oh man, I was listening to Biff Tannen talk about fucking.
I like him.
I mean, I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but talk about Back to the Future and
There was-
Eric Stoltz thing.
There was another documentary I almost picked about.
Well, we don't deal in almost here at fucking I'll Watch It Later
All right,
podcast.
well,
No,
I'm
I'm
not
kidding.
talking
What was it? No,
Forget
tell
it.
me. I'm joking. What
There's
is it?
a Michael J. Fox documentary.
That's
just came
still.
out.
I've already
Yeah.
watched it,
Oh,
so
have you?
why?
Okay.
That would
I
have
haven't
been
watched it yet.
stupid.
Well, I didn't know you watched it.
Well, why would you?
You always tell me everything you watch. It's like clockwork. With
It's. I don't know. It's because it's more like not a TV show.
you. It feels
but
kind of sad. I didn't want something.
I
sad.
just-
I wanted more uplift.
I just put it on. It's good.
All right.
He talks about a lot of the Back to the Future stuff, but none of the Stoltz stuff. But the Biff thing was on a podcast. And
Gotcha.
He was like, he thought he was getting fired, and they
Just
and
kidding,
they
it was Eric
replaced him.
Stoltz.
Yeah, it was Eric Stoltz. All right, so we're watching Back to the Drive-In.
Yeah, Back to the Drive-In.
Future Christopher Lloyd.
We could make it time to watch movies at a drive-in.
Yep, we got Scott's, and then we're heading to the snack show. If this is your first time listening to us, please head over to iTunes, rate us 3.5, and then leave a message.
No,
that
that's
means you
it.
hate
We'll
us.
know. We'll know.
And,
Yeah, please.
If it's 3.5, we'll know.
If Vanessa's listening, hi.
Hi, Vanessa.
We met you at
New
the
listener.
theater, yeah. If not, well, how would we know?
Oh, big gulps, huh?
So, yeah, we will see you guys next week with Jordan's movie. I'm Aaron.
I'm Jordan.
And Scott.
Big gulps, huh? Well, see you later.